Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to Card Making Project 589, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy Easter, and I hope you're all staying safe. Today we're going to make a gorgeous card using our Anna Griffin supplies. We're only using a few items. The main items are going to be the all square dies and the Thankfulness card toppers. Now, I'm going to run through with you the dies that we're using. Everything I do use I shall put in a detailed list on my blog, so please be sure to check it out. The blog link is always underneath the video on YouTube, and I always share the links on Facebook and on Twitter. On Instagram it's actually in the bio. If you look for my account you'll find the link there, but there's always extra photos on there as well. So today we're going to be using the all square dies. We're going to use the fancy square layer and the shadow layer. And we're also going to be using the round fancy ornate layer and the shadow layer as well. So those are the only two dies that we're going to use. I'll put those to one side and we can make our card. Now if you don't have those dies, you'll be able to substitute it for other things that I'm sure you've got in your stash. The base card that I'm using is the Anna Griffin Perfect Pattern 6x6 card. I've already added my name at the back because Anna includes the handmade by label so that you can just add your name and then the recipient knows who's made it for them. I'm going to take my bone folder from the Anna Griffin tool collection and I'm just going to make sure that the crease on the card is nice and sharp before we decorate it. That basically means that it just looks nice and neat when it's stood on the mantelpiece, because I'm sure this will be a mantelpiece pleaser. The first thing that I've got for the inside of the card, because I know how much you enjoy seeing the insides, I've got a piece of the Anna Griffin cardstock. Now this is actually from a collection called the Boxing Day papers. For my next few tutorials I'm digging deep in the collections and we're going to some of the older products to mix with our newer products, so I hope you enjoy them. So this is the Boxing Day papers. It had both Christmas cardstock in and everyday florals. So this I've cut to just slightly smaller than the card. So this card was 6 by 6 inches square, so I've cut this to 5.8 by 5.8 inches. I've got double-sided tape on the back of it, and you can see I've actually cut the centre of it away. Now I'm being frugal with this card because I don't need the centre of the cardstock, so I've taken that away and I can use it for something else. So I'm going to place the first layer on the base of the card on the inside and press it down. Now my second layer is the base layer from the large square in the all square die set. I've die cut this out of the Anna Griffin metallic cardstock and it's in the pale duck egg blue. I've got flat tape on the back of it, and when I say flat tape that's double-sided tape. So you could use whatever you use, whether it's wet glue or a tape runner, etc. Now I'm just going to position this layer over our previous layer like so and press it down. Now you can't see the layer behind it, the inside where I've cut the centre away, because this is a thick cardstock as well, so it covers that, but you do get the outer edge, and it's a good way to be frugal with your cardstock. Maybe you don't have a lot left and you're thinking it's a waste to cover it all up, so you're actually only using the outer edge. Next, we're using the Thankfulness card toppers for the front. So I'm going to use one for the inside as well. Now this says thank you from the bottom of my heart. And what I've done is I've left it as a sticker, even though it's got the 3D, 3D foam between the layers. And then I've cut some of the Thankfulness cardstock that's included in the collection, just using Paper Tricks 2, the swallowtail die, I've die cut it once, so if you don't have that die, you could substitute it, or if you're good with your scissors, just cut swallowtails into a piece of cardstock. I've got flat tape on the back of these, and I'm going to make them into a V shape. So we can stick them together like that. So I'm just crossing them over, and then I'm going to take my thank you sticker, peel the back of that away, and then I'm going to position the two tails underneath the sticker like that, press it down, and then I can add this to one side of my card in the centre. And then I've taken one of the flower stickers, again from the Thankfulness card toppers, and I'm just going to add that above the actual sticker with the verse on it, the sentiment sticker, just like that. I'm slotting it between the layers so it can sit above it, and that is our insert complete. So we've got our sentiment, we've got lots of room for our to and from message, and it's just so pretty. It's going to match perfectly to the outside. I know I say that every time, but this really is. So now for the outside of our card. I'm just using my bone folder again to make sure I've still got a nice sharp crease at the top. Now my first layer is the shadow layer from the large all square die. Again, I've got double-sided tape on the back of it that I can peel away, and I'm going to position this through the centre of our card front, just like that. There we go. My next layer is the Ornate layer, and I've die cut the same cardstock that we've used for the inside from the Boxing Day cardstock collection, and I've die cut it with the Ornate layer of the die set. I've got 3D foam on the back, and I can position that over our previous layer. There we go. So I can press that down. Now if you don't have this cardstock, substitute it for pattern cardstock that you do have. It doesn't matter. Now in the Thankfulness card topper collection, there are some gold foil swirls. So what I've done is I've got 3D foam on the back of them, and I'm simply going to add these to my card on top of the Ornate layer. Now I'm just going to position them so that they cross over slightly through the centre, and I'm going to do that at the top and the bottom, so we can have just that little bit of extra ornateness. There we go. So we'll slot that underneath so they do cross over, and put that a little bit straighter, and there we go. Next, for the centre of the card, I've taken the shadow layer of the circular die from the all square set. I've die cut it in the blue metallic cardstock from Anna Griffin. I've got 3D foam on the back, and I'm simply going to pop that through the centre of the card. Press it down. Next layer is the circle Ornate layer. Now this is cardstock from the Thankfulness card topper collection. I've got 3D foam on the back of it, and I'm simply going to position it over our previous layer, so it just goes over the top of the shadow layer, so you can see the blue cardstock through the layer. Next, I've taken two of the flower stickers, again in the Thankfulness card topper collection. I've got 3D foam at one edge, and I've left the other side as a sticker. And I'm simply going to put one over the top of our circle, ornate circle die, and one towards the bottom. Now I haven't pressed them down yet because I just want to add the sentiment that I've chosen. So this says thank you ever so much. Again from the same collection. I've just peeled the back of it away, and I want to add it in the centre, underneath, between the layers of flowers. So I'm just slotting the flower between the layer on the sentiment. And now I can press it all down once it's straight. There we go, to make sure that takes hold. And then I can finish the card with not one, but 2 bows, and I'm going to add these just to either side of the sentiment. So we've got lots of layers and lots of colour, and it just all works so beautifully, and it's so pretty. Gorgeous cardstock, and I love these flowers, I really do. And that is our card finished. Now you can see how we've built up those layers all the way around, and the highlights of the gold flourishes from the blue at the back on the background as we build up the die cutting, and then the centre we just see bits of the die cutting, but it all adds to the effect. The inside matches perfectly with the colour scheme and the beautiful flowers. Definitely going to stand up on a mantelpiece. And I would say it'll go in a normal envelope, because I know the envelopes that go with the cards, they're slightly bigger, so they do take the slightly higher cards with the 3D foam. So I just think that's a beauty. Look at the gold catching the light and the colours from the blue and the pink on the flowers. Such a beautiful card. I will take extra photos of it and put them on my blog, so please be sure to check it out. I always forget to say, please give my video the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and please share with your crafty friends, that would be great. Especially now when everybody's looking for something a little bit extra to do and to fill the time, that would be superb if you share with your crafty groups. So it just remains for me to say, enjoy the rest of your Easter, and thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time.